And now switching to Sunday at Santa Anita, I had to kind of throw an extra race in just to fill a little bit of time. So on this one, at the moment, I don't believe we have morning line odds. I do believe we have them in post positions, but Raider Jim, we are going to be talking about the Grade 3 San Juan Capistrano Stakes. We are going again on the downhill turf, about a mile and 3/4. This is for 3-year-olds and up, for a purse of 100,000. Raider Jim, I'll give you the first bite at the apple. That is the San Juan Capistrano Stakes.
Yeah, this is an odd one. And like you said, we don't even have any morning line odds to go on. So we don't know who has seen these horses or who's been watching them lately. We could have gone with workout results, I guess. 8 horses, 8 entries. There's a horse running and probably will end up close to the favorite, if I'm not mistaken. And it's the 7 horse out of France, Divin Propos is the way it is said. The S is silent on the end, I found out. And that's a Phil D'Amato trained horse. Very interesting. The only knock I've heard is that the jockey is a little inconsistent with this horse, and that caused somebody that I was listening to some concern, but it causes me no concern. I'm just going to have an eye on that horse, what the morning line, when they do post them, what is the morning line on the 7 horse. And nice to see this horse is not on my ticket, but I'm just making a note or a mention, shout out. The 8 horse Balladeer. Nice to see that Kent Desormeaux is back and back in the saddle, and hopefully he's doing well and healthy, and nice to just see him at the track again. And let's hope he makes it down here to Del Mar and we get to see him ride a few times. But right now we got the 7 horse, Divin Propos. And then I also like the horse that is tentatively listed in the 1 spot, and that is Nitti, the Irish horse. That horse has some good history on it. I believe it's been winner circle 2 times this year. After that, we've got a horse called Santa Barbarian, I should say. Santa Barbarian, the 5 horse, has good speed, has good record, and watch for Santa Barbarian to challenge for at least in the money, probably will finish in the money. After that, it's kind of like, put your hands up. I've heard the 2 horse For Arrogate, ridden by Jaden Van Dyke this time around. Nice to see him back again in Southern California as well. So we've got 7 Divin Propos. We've got 1 Nitti. We've got 5 Santa Barbarian, and then 2 For Arrogate. That's Kentucky-bred horse also. And those are, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of those. 2 of those are 4-year-olds. Santa Barbarian's a 3-year-old. And Divin Propos is a 5-year-old.
Yeah, I see it the same way. Divin Propos is by far, I mean, it has the speed, it has the consistency. It's ran at Santa Anita. I mean, it's ran everywhere. I mean, its last race was at Pimlico, so it likes the West Coast. It's ran at the West Coast, or on the West Coast, I should say, but can go other places as well, and that's always a plus. As you mentioned, Philip D'Amato on the West Coast, I would say outside of Bob Baffert, is probably the most successful trainer out here, and probably is more successful just because he has a little bit more entries, but that's another conversation. So I do really like Divin Propos. Just be a kind of a question of what number comes out again, because as you mentioned, haven't really seen that. Haven't seen the morning lines. I really do, as my number 2 horse here, the Irish horse, Maltese Falcon. I really like the trajectory of this horse. And just look, we're going a mile and 3/4 on the turf, and on the downhill turf, I should say. So Maltese Falcon wants to stalk. There's a lot of early speed in this race. I don't really like early speed horses on, mile and a half plus, just because I don't care how much early speed you have, what's left, because you're needing to go for a very long time. I really do like Maltese Falcon. The one thing that I will say, and I don't even know if this affects the horse, it's just something that I noticed. Lots of changes for this horse. We've got 3 different trainers and 5 different jockeys pretty much over the past year. So again, much to do about nothing possibly, but I don't really see that a whole lot in terms, at least with the trainers. The jockeys, okay, it is what it is. But not too often do you see horses getting passed around 2 or 3 times in a 6 or a 1 year cycle or 1 year calendar year or a 6 race cycle. So something to keep an eye on there for Maltese Falcon. And I do really like the one horse Nitti on the rail. Look, just kind of as a generality, when it comes to turf races, especially long turf races, you always want to find yourself some European flavor, and we found plenty of it here with France and Ireland, and now actually 2 Irish horses with Nitti as well. I did give the edge to Maltese Falcon, just because it did get a win over Nitti earlier this year in March. However, I really do think Nitty's trending in the right direction. Can it make that next step up into the 90s in the buyer score? It's going to need to get into the winner's circle, surely, and probably even in the money. But I really do like those 3 horses. It's a little tough though when you're, kind of flying blind like we are with no morning lines. You never really know if I just, essentially like, oh, you just gave me a $4 trifecta box. Like, oh shoot, I'm sorry. Like if they all come out to be, 6 to 5, 8 to 5, and 2 to 1, hey, we're all seeing it the same. That's just horse racing sometimes. But it was interesting to kind of see the getting away from the Churchill Downs and the Saratogas and stuff like that. Even Santa Anita's quirks and of course Monmouth's quirks. It was kind of nice.